Oh,
Jeff is.
oh no, it has me recording.
Oh no.
It's all right. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tavern Talks. Tonight we have Nerdwytch with us. I'm excited to find out all the cool things that they're doing in the space. But before we jump into our interview tonight, we have a couple things we got to get some bookkeeping to do. This entire month of August, we have a sponsor this year, which is amazing. That is our friend Bill Harvitt, who has written Righteous Vow 4. This is their brand new Kickstarter. It just finalized. It is a zine, and I say zine very lightly. And you can get all his stuff over at Crawl Club Publishing. But 215 pages. Like, talk about a book.
Yeah.
And I believe the Kickstarter it was 25, and I think for the hardback on their website it's 30. So it's still nothing to be questioning here. So
That's
yeah, you can check
really,
his
really
stuff over
affordable,
there.
actually.
Absolutely. Not to mention, because the Kickstarter did so well, everything has the gold leafing. Everything has
Oh my gosh.
We have the. I can't get to it. I got the little. The ribbon.
Oh, that's so cool. Yes.
Yeah, everything is artwork in it, so you can see some of the really cool artwork.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so really look forward to. If you like pirates, this was this.
Shut up! My brother
this
is a
one
pirate
is-
enthusiast.
Yeah, so this one specifically was designed for our pirate enthusiasts. It is called Black Masts and Magic.
Here, I'll prove it. Put the cat down. This used to be hanging up behind me in my chair, so otherwise we'd just be able to see it. But that.
Oh wow! Look at that. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. My brother is a 40-year-old child with too much money and and no kids, and so
I am most of that. Kids.
Yeah, he and my sister-in-law, they travel literally all around the country going to Ren fairs just all the time.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's so cool. And my sister-in-law now is performing. She's doing like that trapeze art stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, and yeah, so I'm excited to be able to see that.
And a very neat way to blend our love for tabletop gaming plus Ren fairs. We're actually I'm working on something with a couple of local Ren fairs where we're actually going to blend it. So I'm going to come in and run some games for them, and we're going to add the tabletop community to Ren fairs, which is really not that off.
There, yeah, not a far leap at all. Ohio Ren Fair has something like that. I forget what dang it, I forget what they're called. But they basically send you off on an adventure. It's almost like a scavenger hunt. But you have to roll dice about it. I haven't done it because my sister-in-law controls what we do at the Ren Fair.
I got you.
She's the planner.
She's the matriarch of the Ren Fair.
Yeah. And my brother and I just drink a lot, and we go on the drunken compliment tour. We just get drunk and start walking around telling people how good they look.
I mean, if more people did that,
right?
Life would be happier.
That's
I'm not gonna lie.
My go-to way to like lift up a bad mood is to just compliment someone, and they feel better, 100%. I feel better. It's nice.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna do all that tonight because you've got a list of things that you do.
I do too much.
And I can't spell tonight apparently, but I'm gonna drop you in the chat. So you are a streamer, an author, a game developer, and more. And we're gonna break all that down in 30 minutes because I'm crazy. But yeah, no. So for those that are brand new to the show, the way this works is it's a 3-part series. The first 30 minutes, we're going to do our traditional interview, which is amazing. It's how we find out who the person is behind the scenes. Then the monster is going to attack. When the monster attacks, we're going to find out what interesting monster they bring to the table and how maybe you can use it at your table, no matter what game you're playing. And I think we're going to find something very unique tonight because I think it's going to be their own personal monster. It should be great.
It might be something I made.
Oh my. And then on top of that, at the end of the night, of course, we're going to open up happy hour, which is the opportunity for you as guests in the chat to ask all those questions you're wondering. Maybe
Ask me the
you're a
things.
brand new player or a brand new game master and you're wondering, how do I do this thing? Well, we're going to help you out with that. All right. So, in less than 30 seconds, give us our elevator pitch tonight, Amanda. Who are you and what do you do here in the space?
Oh my gosh, 30 seconds. Hi, I'm Nerdwytch. I am currently developing a TTRPG called Zodiac. I'll give you one guess what it's inspired by. And the premise of the game is that the cosmos has been corrupted, the constellations have fallen to the material plane, and all 12 celestials have manifested as the worst versions of themselves. And we have to go all around the map, track each one of them down, and either force or convince them to get back to the cosmos. Because they're causing problems.
Lots of problems.
Lots of problems. They're the worst versions of it. Capricorn is doing bad things.
I wonder what the Libra is doing, because isn't that just that's our little scale?
Yeah. Libra is actually one of my favorite mechanics. Is in the city that Libra controls, Hall of Justice. There's a big set of scales.
Yep.
And if you're accused of a crime, you get on one side of the scale. Your crime, or like an image of it, gets on the other side. If you outweigh the crime, you're innocent, free to go. If the crime outweighs you, you're guilty. Now we get back evened up again, and now images of different punishments start to like fade in and out on the other side of the scale. And and when the punishment is even, that's what it is. It's really fun.
See, that doesn't seem to be a bad.
That's just the scales, though. The actual celestial is preventing anyone from leaving or entering the city.
Oh, well, that might cause problems.
Maybe throw him on the scales. I don't know what happens.
Yeah, see what happens if you throw him on the scale. What happens? Does it even work?
Yeah, right?
Find out. All right. So
players don't do that.
Yeah, hopefully. Find out. So one of the things I like to do is I like to dive back to the beginning, because I think it's such a cool idea to understand how people get to where we're at in the space, especially with this space developing the way it has over the last probably 5 to 10 years max. For some of us, we've been playing way longer than that. For others, it's very interesting because we get a lot of guests on here that are like, I've only been playing 3 or 4 years. And I'm like, wow, it's such a different world. But we all bring an amazing portion to this hobby. So what was your first experience with tabletop role-playing games?
I have a unique experience, I think. My first experience playing TTRPG was actually, technically, it was in Rob Hartley's Twitch Tales game. Let's see, that would be about 4 years ago now. My first session at a table was with Rob Hartley at a Private Sanctum game. It, couldn't have asked for more. Dream come true, first experience. I accidentally became the main character somehow, and I was totally fine with that.
Why not?
That was okay with me. And since then, I sadly haven't had the opportunity to play at a table since then because of life doing what it does.
The baby EG of all.
Honestly. And we're supposed to enjoy it somehow. Yeah. But since then, I've really just been playing Zodiac. During development, we had a thing called Fight Me Stream, and my viewers could redeem a stream to fight me, and we'd roll up Zodiac characters, and that's how we were testing combat for a while. It was really, really helpful too, because we figured out that our system was just D&D, but not. So we went back to the drawing board with that, and I think that my co-designer came out with something that's really fun. So I like it a lot.
And you've been developing Zodiac ever since?
Yeah, and ask me how many fights I won.
How many fights have you won?
1.
Wow.
Out of 14?
Wow.
1 in 14. Jeff killed me. I don't know. So many people killed me. If you ever go to my Discord and there's somebody with a trophy next to their name, they have killed me.
They've won. They've won the puzzle.
They won the fight.
So is it just winning? Like they have to actually like defeat you, or is it I can get away, or I can convince you?
Yeah, one of my mods was kind enough to leave me bleeding to death on the in the field or whatever. Twice. Yeah. That's just so he can say, I never actually killed you. But now, well, we were gonna do fights as like me playing a Celestial and the players, which we did a couple of times. I played the Virgo Celestial against 3 of my viewers, and I played the Sagittarius, I think, against 2 of them.
Okay.
I did win. I did win as the Virgo Celestial because
Excellent.
he's huge and he has a
because he's huge.
He's huge. He has a club that's just a tree that he ripped out of the ground. So like he's actually not screwing around. But he has a deer companion called Buck, and one of the players killed Buck.
Oh.
So I beat him into the dirt. Because don't kill Buck. Don't do that. Leave Buck alone.
He didn't do anything to you.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot about Darest. And then the other 2 ran away.
I don't.
That's how I won.
Like, oh yeah, we just beat this one into the ground and then we ran away.
They're like, tactical retreat. So that was
There's
fun.
nothing wrong with that.
I don't shame them for it often.
Yeah, often. Every once in a while.
Yeah, just now and then.
Yeah, I think one of the stigmas that Dungeons and Dragons specifically has done is that retreating is not an option. You must be heroic. You must win.
Yeah, or die.
Not really. You can live to fight another day. I promise. It's
honestly,
okay.
I think it should definitely be an option because, especially like in Zodiac, these the Celestials are otherworldly, very powerful beings. You should be able to run away and come back when you're better leveled.
Yeah, like, and what better option to be like seeing this otherworldly celestial being do something that is way over your level, and you're like, oh,
right, gotta go.
Come back to you.
Yeah, gotta go.
And
that's fun for me too because we're not doing traditional leveling. We are doing tiers. So there's tier 1, 2, and 3. Tier 1, obviously the least challenging. Tier 3, the most challenging. So obviously the Celestials get more and more powerful as you go.
Yeah.
But of course, so do the players. So it's like, do I tell them not to go to this city because they're gonna get their asses handed to them, or do I let them find out the hard way? I don't know. All we can do is
this dice will decide.
Right, yeah.
No, we're not going to tell them.
We're not going to fight the Leo right now.
Yeah, bad idea. So then what really got you into the idea that you wanted to there's so many RPGs out there, but like what caught your attention? You're like, I want to design something different. What was the difference that you were missing, or what was something you were missing? You were like, I want to see in a TTRPG.
I've always been interested in astrology as a thing that is interesting. Okay, like I don't sell my soul to the fact that I'm a Scorpio. I'll use I'm a Scorpio as an excuse sometimes. But it's interesting, it's entertaining, and the kind of, what am I trying to say? Like categories, that are created within astrology have always intrigued me. Something that tickles my autism in the right way is categorizing and columning, and so it was kind of like, what would all of that look like represented as a game, as a TTRPG? What would the physical manifestation of the Scorpio look like? What would he be doing?
Mhm.
That all that kind of thing. And it was also spite. I always have to tell this story because Sam doesn't let me not tell it. Um, Robert Hartley loves to go on rants about how astrology is bullshit, and I think that he thought I think that he thought I took astrology a lot more seriously than I actually do. So he was ranting about it, and I got genuinely pissed off, to be honest. And I was like, you know what? Guess what I'm gonna do then? We're gonna make a whole ass game about astrology, and you're gonna sit your ass down at my table, and you're gonna play it, and you're gonna have a good time, and then you're gonna shut the fuck up. So that has yet to
I love that.
happen, but that was the original inspiration.
So we have a joke between Sam and I. It's
Yeah,
called Roll for Spite because that was the same thing she says when she's like, "Yeah, why did you start being a game master?" Well, because I thought I could do better, and I was mad
honestly.
at the person that didn't. I was like, "Okay." I was like, "So spite?" And she's like, "Yes." And every time we would talk about something, it'd be because she was spiteful. That's why she was doing something. I'm like, oh goodness, Sam. I was like, "All right,
That sounds right.
your new rule is roll for spite."
Yep.
So
We are soul sisters in a lot of ways.
yeah, it's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely adore Sam.
Mhm.
Um, so then we've created Zodiac. We're in the process right now of developing it to a full blown um, setting, book, full game system. Where are we at with this?
We're still play testing. Full game system, yes. Book, yes. But right now I'm doing a chat plays on the channel. It's an interactive. I let's be honest, I ripped the whole thing from Rob Hartley's Twitch Tales. um, but yeah, it's interactive. The chat plays the character. I'm GMing and playing all the other characters. Um,
Interesting.
and we're gonna see. And I've asked them, like as we go, let me know if there's something doesn't make sense, something's boring, something isn't
Hmm.
balanced properly. Whatever you guys feel like you're not having fun with it, let me know, and that's where we know we need to fix things. We've done 2 sessions so far, and it's gone well. Or they tell me it's gone well. I don't know if it has or not.
Like, I feel like it's gone well. They've
Yeah.
said it's gone well. We're good to go.
So I'm hoping once we get like all the way through an entire playthrough,
Yeah.
maybe we'll be ready to start actually putting the book together at that point.
Okay. So
Hope.
we're not in actual like formation of the book, getting it ready
Yeah.
to go yet.
Yeah. Not quite in manufacturing mode yet.
You know, which is its whole another beast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And world building. We world build every Saturday on the channel for Zodiac.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of fun too.
That is cool. Yeah. I've not done any of that stuff online, like on the streaming side of things. Like
Mhm.
a lot of our stuff is offline or through Discord, things like
Yeah.
that. But like we don't do a lot of it online. Really, I'm gonna have to pop in the channel sometime and check how you do a player or players. Well, let me phrase that. How a chat is a player, I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
the best way to put that.
The hive mind.
Um, yeah, the hive mind.
We
Hive
have,
mind.
let me show you the emotes. The shortcuts for like, either or questions. You guys want to do this? Do you want to do that? Why won't it let me do the
Oh, okay.
thing? Anyway, I have yes and no emotes, and for some reason, it won't let me. Hang on, maybe if I refresh. The goblins are back.
The goblins are back.
Tech gremlins. Sorry, not goblins. Gremlins.
They could be goblins.
They could be.
They could be tech goblins.
Look at Sam sitting over there with 11 viewers, just having herself a time.
Well, you can let
Having
her know.
herself
Well,
a
you
good
can let her
old
know that we're
time.
sitting at 12. So
Yeah, so there. This is where the cool kids are right now.
this is once again why we call this roll for spite.
Why it doesn't? Oh, okay. Wait. Oh my
I'm
god.
waiting on the goblins. That's the reason I have to start talking more.
There.
Um,
There. Now they're in chat. So that's yes,
there we
no.
go. Look at
We got a
that.
yes and no. Like, you guys want to do this? Yes, no.
Oh,
And
okay, I got
then
it.
if it's a bigger decision, we'll do a poll about it.
Nice.
But yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we're getting ready to add some character or audience interaction with a couple of our streams, where they're going to be able to dictate. Last session, they were able to dictate what the random monster was that was going to show up, what the random encounter was that the party had to fight. We're going to keep adding to that because I think it's a lot of fun, and it gives the audience something to influence the story, even though my players sometimes are like,
Mhm.
oh man, we got to fight this thing. Like,
Right.
who chose it, not me. So they want to see you try to fight it. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've kind of broken down what our first experience in TTRPGs was. One thing I'm always curious about though is what was the bug that bit you to keep
Ooh.
playing?
I hate to keep dropping Rob's name, but it's the truth. Um, I discovered Viva La Dirt League through Facebook Reels.
Hmm.
Um, and that led me, of course, to their D&D channel, which led me to Rob, and that's where I stayed. And um, it's just there's something about the passion that he has for the game itself. Um, the passion that he has for storytelling, which are
Hmm.
two different passions, but just so happen to work perfectly together in this
Right.
particular instance. Um, and of course, I've been a storyteller all my life too, and I don't think I understood the storytelling nature of a TTRPG until
Mm.
I started to watch their game, and then branched out to Dimension 20, Critical Role, and all those guys.
Hmm.
Um, there's a lot of shows around on Twitch that I like as well. I always wanted to do like a actual play review channel on my YouTube, but I just
Hmm.
do not have time.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
I had thought the same thing, and I'm like, but once I have to watch this thing for
yeah,
hours and then set it, and then somehow come back to doing,
yeah.
no,
And for like 2 and 3 hour episodes, no, I can't. I don't have
yeah,
time. Somebody do it though. Somebody, anybody, pick it up, do it.
yeah.
Um,
Somebody's gonna need to have a
um,
lot of time on their hands.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think once I really understood, like, oh, this is storytelling. And once I figured out how well gaming and writing a book live together. I, for example, have always sucked at writing action scenes. I hate it. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But if I'm writing a fight scene and I've got two characters,
Yeah.
the dice can tell the story for me.
Right.
Like, does this
Yeah.
hit? No. Okay, write that
You
out. Does
don't
that
have to
hit? Yes.
write. Yeah. So a friend of mine out of Canada, uh, Tales of the Manticore is the podcast that they run. It is a full audio drama derived strictly by a dice set. So what he does is he plays a game by himself. Everything is rolled by the dice,
Nice.
and then once he's done doing so much of that story, he then records everything based on the audio at an audio drama
Yes.
level.
I love that.
And it's really neat. And a lot of the stuff at this point now is somewhat automated because now he's got like scripts that'll be like, oh, I need to roll the dice, okay, for this, and then
Right.
that changes the dictation and things like that. But it's really neat to know because he goes, okay, so he keeps all these recordings of what he's done in the game, and then at the end he's like, okay, now I need to rewrite this in a version that would be good on a podcast, and it's all just him. Like, it was like,
That's so
that's
cool.
crazy, dude.
That is cool.
So yeah, super neat. Yeah. So, and then how long did it take you to go from playing at a table to starting to run a table?
I'm gonna go with 2 years really.
Okay.
My first game was at Gen Con 24,
Okay.
and then we just started Zodiac a month ago? Not even that.
Oh, okay. So this is a
Yeah.
brand new project.
Yeah, sparkling.
Ooh, sparkly.
Sparkly, clean.
See, when you had mentioned, because I think because we had only talked, you said you've only been doing this for 6 years,
Yeah.
and then you were stating that you kind of did everything. You were playing with Robert Hartley, and then all of a sudden you're like, now I'm doing this. I had thought that had been going on longer than it has.
Oh, no, it's
So
come in
that
like
makes
chunks.
more, yeah.
We have been developing Zodiac for a little over 2 years now, and
Okay.
just now to the point where we can like actually test a playthrough.
Got it.
If there was any surprise at all, it was that it took that long
Yeah.
to get here.
Hmm.
So, because I think we were super ambitious at the beginning. I'm like, oh, we can get this written in a year.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
You
And
can,
so
but it's a
now,
lot of work and a lot of
yeah.
time and a lot of people.
And I mean, if I could do it full time, yeah, it would have been done,
Right.
6 months ago. But like, gotta work full time. I've had so much, like, yeah, I work full time. In the last 2 years, I left a boyfriend, and moved back to my home state from that state. Um, that was, bleh. My my mom passed away last year.
Hmm.
Been back to school, I got a degree, getting another one in the fall. Started a new job, left my old job because the way that woman handled my mom's passing was unacceptable,
Right.
and I was done. So like, yeah, I've been through a lot in the last
Yeah.
couple of years, and like, if all that stuff would just stop it,
Yeah. I'd be
I
able,
could,
you know,
I
I'd be
could.
able to
Oh,
write more.
and I had cancer this year.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you are a superhero in the making for sure.
Ugh, I'm exhausted though.
Yeah, I bet. You're like, okay, when do I just get a break? It'd be really
Right?
nice.
Can I go lay down?
Can I go lay down? You can in 30 in an hour.
No, okay, got it.
You
I'll
can
get in the
stay up
shower.
with me for an hour. Um, but yeah, no, I can understand that. Between running multiple shows, but also full time job, multiple kids, uh, active active lifestyle. It just seems to be very busy. Hi, Sam.
Yeah.
Welcome in.
Sammy, there you are. I was like, look at Sam with all her viewers over there.
Yep. Oh,
But you're
she brought
here
them all
now.
here. So
Yay.
we were just talking about Zodiac, and now we're gonna break it. I think at this
I just
point
remembered.
I just remembered. Of course you did. Wow, you do realize, Sam, that I am literally on this channel
Honestly.
every Wednesday. Just throwing that out there. Just that's that Anyway,
Maybe if some people would come up with an actual schedule.
hmm.
JK, you didn't raid just to get roasted.
No, she didn't. But
Shut up, she said.
let me point this.
I love you.
All right. Well, we are at a 30-minute mark, which means guess what we're going to find happening? That is not the right sound once again. I love this app sometimes. It's like when I first log into it, it does not want to do what it needs to do. I'm going to have to send that audio adjustment over. There we go. This is the one we're looking for. Turn it down so it doesn't blow out. But the dragon has arrived, which means the monster is here. Woo! So it is not the wrong button. It's literally the same button. The problem is that when you swap over settings, it doesn't. It saves the previous setting. That's what happens. It's a bug in the system. I will send it off to the tech. Anyway, so now that the monster has arrived, tonight we're talking Zodiac. So we're gonna talk Zodiac monsters. We've got the big bads. Each one of the Celestials doing their thing, and that they should, or constellations doing what they probably shouldn't be doing.
Shouldn't be doing.
Do we want to have you decide, or since we have quite a few people in the audience, do we want to have them decide what monster to talk about tonight?
Yeah, you guys can throw. Some of my people know how far we've gotten.
Zodiac is amazing.
If you hit on a Celestial that I haven't developed yet, I'll tell you. But yeah, if you've got
what's your favorite Celestial? Somebody drop it in the chat. First one that comes in the chat is gonna win tonight.
Just say any Zodiac sign.
Any Zodiac sign. Drop it in.
Pisces. Her name is Misho Kawa, and she has taken over the fishing town of Triliki. We fighting Polaris again? No, we don't have to do that. She is large, of course.
Yeah.
She has lavender colored skin, and her tail is green, and her hair is kind of fades in and out with like purples and pinks and sea green and blue aquamarine. Very, very pretty, but her teeth are sharp like
Like,
cones, so
ah,
you don't forget that she can fuck you up if she wants to.
you got some shark
um,
teeth going on.
the problem she's creating for the city of Triliki is that everyone in town, including the astrologer, is in what we call a fugue state, like a dream state.
Mhm.
So each person has their own individual dream that they're stuck in on a loop.
Ooh.
And yeah, and it's so bad that they don't realize they're starving to death. The city is falling apart.
Oh.
Nothing is getting done. All of that. Nobody's fishing, nothing. My
'Cause
favorite
they
one
can't tell.
is, yeah, because they're just doing their dream over and over again. My favorite one is probably Hugo, who is named after my brother. Hugo is his pirate persona. And my brother is in the army, so when I think of him, I think of soldiering. Um, so Hugo's dream is that he goes out every morning to fight Mijokawa and win. He thinks he's won, and then he goes home, he's victory, and he goes to bed, gets
Yep.
up in the morning, does it again.
Ah.
And yeah, it is pretty terrifying. Yeah. Yeah. And the astrologer's dream is just that everybody's happy. So he thinks everybody's happy. And you know what? They are, because they're all in their dream.
Right.
Except for the Storytellers Guild master. He is trapped in the Storytellers Guild hall, listening to the stories of ghosts who have died in Triliki. And he's not allowed to leave the room until he writes all their stories down every day.
So
So
our
yeah,
store
it's
so our players, or rather, or whoever's coming into the city,
a minor
they
inconvenience.
don't have it? They don't have to,
They don't
they're not affected by the dream state?
they're not affected by it. I mean, unless they were to stay there for too long, I
Right.
suppose. They might fall to it. Actually, I think we did come up with a mechanic that it was sort of like Call of Cthulhu does the like
Madness?
mental stability check, yeah, madness or
Yeah,
something.
madness type.
So I think we did come up with a mechanic that like the longer they're there, are they going to roll to be taken in by it? And the only
Mhm.
way, like, and you can't even communicate with the people
Because everybody is
because
connected to their own dream
yeah,
state.
unless so they don't know you're there.
Right.
Unless you start acting like you're in the dream with them. If you're they're like, "Oh, look at this purple tree." And you're like, "Oh my god, that's the best purple tree I've ever seen." They're like, "You think so too?"
Right. So you can all
And
in and out of their dreams to get
yeah,
information that you would need to for what's going on.
yeah, it's craziness.
Interesting.
So, which means that to get the astrologer out of his dream state, you have to convince him that someone's not happy.
Well,
And that's sad to me.
right,
Like, no, everyone is actually very starving to death actually right now.
right, yeah. So is that what's happening then? Is like the city just slowly, like, they're in a
Slowly,
dream until they die, and then
pretty much.
just
I
walking
think we
around this,
decided,
and people are just dropping dead because they don't have the
yeah,
food.
need to play Zodiac. Get in my chat. Get in my belly. So that would be the case. Hopefully our party members can fix everything.
Fix everything, right? Interesting. Are you planning on developing these monsters to be utilized in a 5e, or are you going to strictly stick them to Zodiac?
I probably will keep yeah, I probably would keep them in Zodiac. That's kind of how we started to develop them actually, because my co-developer Xing, he is a lot more familiar with D&D
Hmm.
and the mechanics and all that than I am. But he didn't know anything about astrology. I knew astrology but nothing about mechanics. So we were kind of dream team.
Yep.
Um so I think for him it would be a matter of IP, to be honest. But we did start when we started developing, we were kind of using D&D
Yeah.
stat blocks because that's what he was familiar with. And then we started to go, okay, well, how does this translate to what we want to do? And figured it out that way.
Yeah. Thankfully, with the SRD, you don't have to worry about too much on the IP side of things, as long as
Yeah,
you're not utilizing anything that's outside the IP or outside the SRD.
right.
So there's that option.
I
Um,
like that.
just gives you an opportunity to allow some of these really unique opportunities for monsters to be utilized in a system that more people utilize at time, while also introducing them to Zodiac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can get pretty dark.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, these are these now concept that you're talking about is you like of the constellation pulling from the Pisces
What is it that causes this? Pisces, one of their characteristics is that they are kind of dreamers. They're daydreamers, and they are very creative. They have ideas. So I think we hooked onto that daydream part and went, how bad can that get?
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Reminds me of some different animes, things like that I've seen do similar stuff. Normally they're stagnant, like people aren't just moving. Or they're, like you said, they're in a loop. But the loop usually isn't just in their mind. Like usually you'd see people walking, things like that. So it is interesting to have that mix where it's like, oh no, they're literally just standing there, but they're in their own daydream.
And for me, it was the line between, what's the difference between constructive daydreaming, where imagination and ideas live, and maladaptive, destructive daydreaming.
Yeah, no, where you're building this at is very much that maladaptive effect of daydreaming. This is that moment where you're not thinking right, and you're sitting in your head, and you walk out in front of traffic type stuff. Like that's really where we're the type
which
of
has happened to me before.
I mean, I won't say it hasn't happened to most of us, but it's a cool concept. What are some of the now, as you were describing this manifestation, what are some of the ideas that came to allow you to build that type of a character up?
Like her physical appearance?
Because I won't even ask the character's name again because I couldn't pronounce it.
Almost all the Celestials' names are the names of people, like my family members or my friends, where I have just like plucked a syllable from here and there from their name and smashed it together. So Mitokawa is my best friend's name with just a few chunks. Smashed together. Van Boras is the same. He's my brother with chunks smashed together. But in terms of like her aesthetic, do you mean? What am I saying? I don't know if this is like official astrology stuff, but
I don't know.
All of the signs tend to have like a color palette that goes with them, and the Pisces aesthetic, Pisces vibe, blah blah blah. So I kind of pulled from that. It's a lot of just sort of floaty and watery colors, but scary fish teeth.
Yeah, makes sense.
And convinced to go back, but if you end
his career. It's like very aesthetic.
My is God. Sort of tie down. They like to move. They like to travel. They like everybody off and I'm going to do this. And so Osmika does not have a city that she has taken hold of. She is just on the roads. They are on the roads traveling. And they're the only one that gets to survive the whole game if you don't take care of them right now. So during tier 1, all they're really doing is like pranking merchants, knocking their carts over, and maybe putting branches in the road or something, and just ha ha ha. By tier 2, they're causing bigger problems. Maybe there's pits in the road now. And by tier 3, they're just killing people. So yeah, so
nice.
They're making all my cabbages.
Yeah, the cabbages is tier
Cabbages
1.
is tier 1. The pit is tier 2, and death.
Pit is tier 2. The earthquake is tier 3.
And they travel around the map, and if they catch up to any of their fellow Celestials, they can bestow additional fire powers to their friends. Yeah.
Oh, so it is the one that can boost a Celestial.
So
even
all of
even
the other
though they're already
Celestials
strong
now
enough.
have to have a stat or an ability for, has Osamika caught up with them? Yes or no? If so, they can do this with fire. And that's been fun. And there's a body of water somewhere that if they reach it, okay, this is a deep cut. If they reach this body of water, they'll be able to acquire an additional ranged weapon that does bludgeoning damage called caca shells. They're called caca shells because my sister, that's how she said her name when she was little. Caca shell. I would say what her name actually is, but she wouldn't want me to do that. But that's how she said her name. Her middle name is Michelle, if that helps. So, yeah, she would call herself Caca shell. Yep. And so that's how we got caca shells. And they will throw them at you. Also, during tier 1 and 2, Osamika's non-binary, but presents very feminine on purpose, because if you misgender them, in tier 1 and 2, they'll just run away. They're like, fuck you, which is bad because they're gonna go pass around fire, but you don't want them running away. Yeah. By tier 3, if you misgender them, they will just initiate combat. So, like, they've had enough of you by now.
Right.
Yeah.
You haven't learned?
So that's I had the most fun probably developing that one. They do run fast.
What are some of the aesthetics?
They are a centaur, obviously. What's the horse called? Fiend. Right. They're the same. They're the color of like a very. You've seen a horse that's very like cream color. It starts with a P. I want to say Palomino. I don't know if that's. Yes. Yes. Googling. Yep. So yeah, golden, and their hair is very fair blonde, and it floats like this. And they just wear like kind of a leather like tube top, and they've got the bow, which a player can pick up if they have the skill to do so after Osamika is down. That's another thing. We're trying to make some of the Celestials' abilities and weapons available to the players once they've been defeated, but trying to balance them is hard. Ma'am, what are you doing? Palomino, yay, I did it! I remember.
Look, and I was like, I can't find it.
Palomino, they're very gold. Palomino horse. Yes. Oh, they're so pretty. Yeah, kind of a very light tan. Because my sister's blonde is why.
Okay. Okay, got it. So a lot of these celestials are modified or modeled off of both the natural understanding of what that
Yeah.
the constellation is, and then the person
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you're representing them to. Nice. So there's definitely a homage of family.
I keep doing that too. In my books,
friends
in
the book.
my high fantasy book, there's so many cities that are named after people in my family. And I don't think I've done. Oh yeah, I have. In the book that I'm working on now, the continent we called Hugusta because Hugo, and my brother because my brother gave me the idea for the setting of that book. And I had the story idea just sitting in my brain for like a decade. And then my brother got drunk one
Oh
time
wow.
and he texted me like, "What if?" He said, "What if like there was a world where, um, you know, people have magic, yes, but it doesn't make sense that people who didn't have magic wouldn't have developed better technology. So like maybe the wizards are in charge, and like the more technology you have, the more oppressed you are, and blah blah." Blah. And I went, "Yep, that's it. Let's go." And
Yep, that's it. That's
I've
what we're
got the
working on.
story to fit that, and I'm 70,000 words into it now. Yeah.
Wow. How many
So
books
I
have you
have
written?
written 4 novels and 2 poetry volumes. So The Unmaking of Finnegan Blot will be my
Amazing.
7th, and that will be the first one that I think I try to traditionally publish. All the other ones are self-published.
Nice.
Yeah.
Self-published. Right? Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we are just a couple minutes away from happy hour, and I think we've got quite a few people in the audience that
Ask me
probably want
questions.
to ask their questions. And then we've got, of course, our standard happy hour questions, just in case, because we don't want to make it. We don't want to
Chuck
slow
gets quiet
down the
sometimes. That's all good.
process. Yeah. So at this point, we're just going to open it up. If you have a question, this is the chance to do it. Maybe you're, like I said, a new game master,
Yes.
maybe you're a new author. Maybe you are just trying to figure out the next step in a process. Drop that in the chat, and we'll see if we can answer those questions for you as best as we can.
Yeah.
With the knowledge
With
that we
our
both
powers
have.
combined.
Yes.
And I will poke at that if you're a new author, new writer or something. I absolutely love to hold I was going to say I love to hold hands. Not like that. Okay. Yeah. I really enjoy, I'm not going to use the word teaching, but like sharing, what's my process, what goes through my head when I'm writing, and if it kickstarts something in your brain, then yay. I have a writers group for exactly that reason. In my Discord, we drop a prompt every other week, and then on alternating Fridays, we get on the Twitch and we read the stories and we discuss and give tips if necessary, pat each other on the back, whatever we gotta do. And then also, because of the writers group, I I do too much. I started a magazine by accident, and so now we have the Storytellers Guild
By
library,
accident.
and that is all my writers group members and a couple of new members last time. They send me whatever they want me to publish,
Awesome.
and the goal is to hook up with kind of newer developing fantasy writers and give them some experience publishing, kind of let them wade into those waters a little bit. But yeah, we've been having a good time with that. Accidentally on purpose. It was an accident. Listen, I have ideas and I can't help it. Okay? It's it's not my fault.
Pretty much. Well, while we're waiting on other actual questions to drop, I've got one, and that is, you
I start small and work with the characters. dialogue. This that are building a game to thing. You have to rein in your world building when you're working on a book. You only need the reader to know as much as they need to know. Otherwise, you lose them with info dumps and all that kind of thing. Whereas for a TTRPG, you kind of have to account for every decision players might make. And, kind of, what's the word? Blossom your world building out and out and out and out and out. So that, you've got at least some idea of what can happen. What happens if they do this versus what happens if they do that. Zodiac is built very much that way. I would love for it to have replayability based on, did you let Osamika run around for 3 tiers in your first playthrough? That was stupid. Let's try it again. Did you fight Ben Boraz instead of trying to talk him into the cosmos? That was stupid. That kind of thing.
Yeah. So, here's a question from one of the members in the chat. To the both of you, what is your favorite part of world building or favorite thing to plan out?
I think the most fun I've had on our world building streams is when we start to, because my answer is now the opposite. In Zodiac, we have started with the city, and we've built the city, and then the Celestial, plop them in there, and now we can work on all the NPCs. And the most fun I've had world building for Zodiac is when we're charting out all the NPCs, who's all there. Let's roll the dice to find out their gender and their fucking age. Like, I don't know. We're gonna gender, age.
Gender, age.
I don't remember.
Species, heritage,
all that stuff. And
things like
then
that.
we start rolling to find out who likes who and who doesn't like who. And that's when chat gets creative. And
that's when chat gets creative.
It gets really, really interesting. I think we had the most fun with that. And there's one character called Brian, who is also a deep cut in my lore. And you'll find him in every single town. Like in Trilogy, he's the only one that's not affected by the fugue, and so if you do manage to catch up with him, you can get all the answers from him without having to go through everything. But he'll be in every single town, and like this poor guy just like trying to outrun the Celestial. Like, I'm just going somewhere else now, and just getting caught up in the whole mess every time. It's so funny. So yeah, developing the NPCs and figuring out what their relationships are probably is my favorite part.
I think my favorite part about world building usually is like, I think it's when you start seeing the threads connecting and you didn't expect it. I mean, and it can go very small threading to like extreme threading that you're unexpecting in a larger campaign world. An instance we have a lot of times is we're running in a known world. We're running in Icewind Dale for our Monday night show. But what our players are doing and then seeing the NPCs as they're written in the book, and it's like, oh, well, all I have to do is do this slight twist, right? And now this makes sense, or now this makes sense. Even if the players don't know that that's what was going to happen because of everything that's already been written. I always think that's really neat. And I think it goes to, it's that ripple effect, right? Like it's the butterfly effect. If this happens, okay, now this is shifting. Now this is happening.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. Or you have the moment of like, oh, this happened, but this doesn't connect with that. And then that's usually, for me, that's where somebody goes, but what about this? And that's what does it. Yes.
Right. Yeah. And sometimes you just have to let the players do that for you, because I do that all the time. It's like, well, like you're like, oh, hey, so this is the goal. you guys are sitting here discussing how you're going to defeat the goal, and then they say something really, really cool, and
All
I'm
right.
like, maybe that is what's
You
going to
can
happen, and we
certainly
just don't know
try.
yet.
Yeah, that is.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Oh crap! I forgot what I was gonna say.
No, you're good. I hope that answered your
My
question, Fiend.
fiend.
Um, definitely want to know what everybody else's is. Drop it in the chat room. What is your favorite thing about world building, or what is the favorite part of world building? One thing I do like to ask, though, it's similar to this question, but it's a little different. So every author has something that they like to hyperfixate on. Some people go so in detail on the smell and the food of an item, or um, or you've got, for instance, the full militaristic, like tactical warfare that
Mhm.
you see in other books that are not always common and more. Um, what is one section of writing that just has to be in the book for you?
Dialogue springs to mind first, and of course, dialogue is in every book, but it
Okay.
is the thing that, like, almost all of my first drafts are just straight dialogue, just the characters talking to each other. Then I have to go back and
Oh,
find
okay.
out where they're talking and what's happening, and but it's so much
Hmm.
like just conversation after conversation. Um,
Ah.
and I tend to forget to describe the setting, because I'm so focused on
Mhm.
like what characters are doing, what they're saying to each other, that I forgot to put surroundings around them. Um,
Right.
yeah, I would say that's it. I I really really work to
Okay.
avoid info dumps. If you read my very first book, you will call me a liar because that book is an info dump. I love the story, but I don't like the way I told it, and I had plans uh, to unpublish. That's where we are.
I mean, it looks. I think it's a good thing and a bad thing that you didn't, um, because it also shows
Yeah,
people growth. Um, sometimes we like. There's been moments where I'm like, oh, our first campaign, like maybe we just take it down off of YouTube, but it's like, but then you don't see
yeah,
the building blocks. You don't see where
the
we've come from
progression.
to where
Yeah,
we're at, um, and you almost start to discourage new players and new people that are when getting into writing to be like, wow, like this is where they're like no, 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 we don't start here.
yeah,
This is not the starting blocks. um, like I tell people a lot of time, when building characters, don't build characters as Batman, build
I
characters as
like
Bruce
that. I
Wayne,
like
and
that.
build him to Batman. Like
Yeah,
learning that humble mentality
yeah,
and growing into that character. Um, Now, if you're starting a character, you're starting to play your campaign at 3 or 5, level 5, like give them some reasons to why
yeah,
they have some skill set to them. But if you're starting at level 1, enjoy
yeah.
being humble
Get up
for a
there,
moment.
earn your
Like,
stripes, right?
yeah, earn your
Yeah,
stripes, earn your structure, and find out maybe the way you think you want your character to go might not be where your character goes. I've had class changes in the middle of campaigns that I was like, nope, I'm going to single class the entire time. And then it's like, yeah, but you just met this master so and so, and they're doing this quest, and that sounds interesting to your character because of this in your
yeah,
background. Like,
yeah.
oh, well, now we're going to pivot this a little
Make
bit. And it's like, oh,
yeah,
now we've
a
changed our
little bit.
entire direction.
That's why I love, like, as a
Yeah.
player, giving Rob, because he's the only DM I've played under. Oh, Rob and Sarah Moore now. There's two. um, but I like
Yeah.
giving him things that I know he will want to play with. And I'm going to Peru to play with him for 5 days. Yeah, he
Oh
did like
wow.
organize this like retreat thing because he doesn't want to come back to this country until we get
Is
our
it
shit together.
is that
Yes,
the
yeah,
RPG in
that's
a
what we're doing.
Jungle?
Yeah, I
Those
really
guys
like
are
Andrew a lot. We haven't even met
awesome.
yet.
The team, we were working with them to doing one
Yeah.
down there next or last year, and we didn't get
Oh,
enough people signed up, but
yeah.
maybe we'll try again this year. But that team and what
It
they do down
it
there
looks
is
amazing.
incredible.
I'm nervous because I
Yeah.
fully expect to be just blown away by the whole experience.
Oh yeah. I mean, we had it's kind of a tangent for a moment, but we had a chance to sit down and talk. Me and um, my co-producer on a lot of the stuff. We were sitting there having a conversation with them, and they're just using their video camera, just walking us through this place, and I'm
It is awesome.
like it was crazy,
Yes.
and it's all handmade.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
part of our like
bigger thing.
activities or whatever. They're gonna show us how to do that sculpting,
Yeah,
and I'm like, I'm
yeah,
gonna start make no,
yeah.
my
Their
living room's
sculpting
gonna
is
be castle walls now. Don't show me how to do stuff.
yeah. Now, yeah. Now, mind you,
Oh my
their time
gosh,
and talent that
can
they
you
have down
imagine?
there is incredible. Um, and their story
Yes,
is phenomenal. I don't know if you've had a chance to actually hear how they all did
we've heard
this
it in bits
thing, and
and
it's like,
pieces. But yeah, I fully
yeah,
expect to like sit at a campfire and just listen to stories. So, oh, tell me about it.
yeah. Well, not only that, like just the fact that they built like every person there is responsible for some part of the retreat, and they're all from out of Peru. Like nobody lived there at one point, which is crazy to
Yeah,
think. They're all transients. They're all coming from other parts of the country or other parts of the world,
yeah,
and they just
it's
said,
crazy.
we're just going to plant here.
Yeah.
Uh, and now they run these massive retreats for all sorts of things, like not just Dungeons and Dragons, but their passion really is tabletop gaming. Like we had talked about running, like they want to build a cathedral for Cthulhu. They want to do this for that. I'm
That's so cool.
like y'all are nuts, but they're amazing, amazing, amazing individuals. We had them on the show about a year ago, and it was absolutely incredible to
That's so
listen to them
cool.
talk. Um, yeah.
That's so
Well, I'm
cool.
excited for you. I can't wait to see all the
I
pictures of that
am.
because
I'm
that's going to
pumped.
be amazing.
Yeah.
Um, for anybody who's interested in doing something like that and wants to see that happen, they we estimated the cost to go there is on par with the cost to go to Gen Con.
Well, yeah.
So if you would rather do a 4 or 5
I was
day,
like, surely not. But I live right. I live in Gen Con's backyard, so
yeah. But
I
we're
just
thinking, yeah, I mean, you don't have the issue of dealing with like
yeah,
the hotels and things like
flying and
that,
hotels
but
and yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I got lucky. Well, sort
But
of.
if you think of what you normally would spend at Gen Con,
Yeah,
plus your hotel, plus your badge, plus your flight,
it's a lot.
just just saying.
Just saying, it's a lot.
Yep. But like I said, hopefully we get that opportunity to do it next year. It'd be great to bring a group down there to play
It's so
and to
cool.
see just everything that they've built. I think it'd be
I
phenomenal. But there's a
I
lot
can't
of those
wait.
events going on coming up. Uh, Natural 20 Tours is launching their big stuff over in Europe.
Yeah.
We've got D3 at Sea if you want to go on the cruise.
Yes.
We've got they got Crits and Castles from Emberglow. You've got all these other random retreats that are all throughout the United States. Cthulhu in a castle. Some of my friends were able to do that. All sorts of crazy stuff. But it's awesome. We're living in a world and in a time where doing this stuff is amazing. Like let's
Yeah.
just keep it up.
And
Um,
I am sad that it took me this long. I'm an old lady, okay? I'm older than I look. And I'm just just what's the word that I want? Not disappointed, but that it took me so long to figure out that oh, this is where I should have been the whole time.
I think it's some people we say it we're disappointed, but we just weren't ready for it at the time.
Yeah, that could be too.
We
I
have
didn't
we
I,
have each have our journey.
I didn't surround myself with people who would encourage good things in my life.
Well, we're glad to have you here in the TTRPG space now.
Do whatever I
Doing
want now.
amazing things, doing whatever you want, and building a community that is thriving, which it can be something to be said.
Yeah, I'm really really proud of my community and the way they rally up and they support on Twitch, on the Discord.
Yeah,
It touches my little heart.
touched my little heart.
My heart.
Well, let's see. Does anybody else have any other questions for myself or for Nerdwytch? And if not, we're going to dive back into our traditional questions. Some of these questions I'm avoiding though because they are very mechanic based in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah,
we're not living in the Dungeons and Dragons world right now.
Sorry, I made my own world by accident.
No. Here'd be an interesting one, and this is because one, you're a newer game master, and where you're newer involved in the TTRPG space, which means you don't have some of the old nuances to things.
I don't have to
which I always
unlearn
think is
anything.
great. You don't have to unlearn any things. What would be your number one tip to a new player who is about to jump into this space?
Watch your DM. You will know the instant something makes you uncomfortable, you'll know. And don't second guess yourself about whether or not you should leave that table. You should leave that table if that DM is making you uncomfortable, especially for women. Like, don't stand for that. But when your DM is hearing you and they're hearing the kind of story that you want to tell with your character, and they are accommodating that in a way that doesn't leave anyone else out or put you on the spot, that's the one you want to stay with. You don't have to stay at a bad table. And bad D&D is worse than no D&D.
Yes,
I think
100%.
that is, yeah, because I read it. Okay, I admit it. I read it sometimes, and I and I see so many like newer players on Reddit, like, my DM wants to roll for me because he doesn't trust me, stuff. And what do I do? And 40,000 comments are like, leave that table, leave that table, leave that table. Don't stick around for a bad DM. Talk to your players. Talk to your DM. That's Robert Hartley line.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that's just. I know it's sad to say that it's common sense, but at the same time, it's like it's true. Communication and a collaboration in a game. It makes. If you're not collaborating, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
that's
another thing that I surprised me about the space is that while I was just writing books, I always thought I would never be able to collaborate because I am too control freaky over the stories that I'm telling. And I was wrong.
That was wrong.
I was so wrong. I still tend to be a little bit control freaky over some of the stories that I'm telling, but I'm like, we do our world building sessions on Twitch, and they're throwing out suggestions to me that Finnegan Blot would be like nothing without some of their suggestions.
Yeah.
And Zodiac, especially the NPC relationships with each other, would be nothing.
Right.
I mean, I would have got there eventually, but no.
Would you?
I wouldn't have.
Like as far as I remember, like I don't ever believe that any of my games would be better if I just played it by myself. I just don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the one things that I love about tabletop gaming. Like, I'm not a big fan of writing because I will come up to a point where I'll hit a roadblock and I won't be able to get past that roadblock.
Yeah.
Um,
It's hard.
but I can tell a story, and then my players will fill in the blanks, and then it's like, oh, we got past the roadblock. I just
Right.
didn't know I could.
Yeah. You're like,
Yeah,
oh, I didn't have to beat myself up about that after all.
right. Like,
The
oh, that's
seethers,
it.
yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
don't want to talk about the seethers.
the seethers.
Seethers and the grit bugs. We had to. Well, one of the world building sessions was well, I'm gonna have to like explain Finnegan Blot if I do this. But anyway, there's an area called the Wastes. They're the Wastes because that used to be a place. Then there was a war. Now it's just the Waste, right?
Okay,
So,
got it.
and then
That
the
was the quick and dirty. Understood.
yeah, and then a meteorite came and landed. That's how the wizards figured out that the stone amplifies their power, but it also mutated some things. So we had to come up with some mutated animals that lived
Yeah,
out in the wastes. And is it the seethers, or seethers are the sand bugs? They just look like a pile of sand, but they're bugs and they will eat you. And then they'll move on. So if like you see sand kind of flowing, we'll stay away.
Get away.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And it's nightmare inducing.
Yeah, no. For anybody who's lived in or been in the sand and you've been swarmed by ants, you understand exactly what they're talking about.
Yeah. Or sand fleas.
Yeah, sand fleas. Yeah.
Don't like.
Gross.
Gross.
Yeah. Well, you can fix ads by
Not the ads.
Yeah. I put my little ad boo up. Hate ads. Want to support the stream.
I hate ads.
We all hate ads. Problem is I can't fully take them out, or like we get completely stopped.
Yeah, same.
I have one ad every hour, which is not bad.
I think I do too, yeah.
But it says if you want to make any sort of money, it's 3. And I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. No.
Yeah. So
I'm not making anybody sit through 3 minutes of ads. That's stupid.
Yeah, no, it's stupid. So yeah. And we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah, we were just talking about the nasty things that are in the sand. Gross.
The sand, gross sand things.
So as we're getting ready to close this down, what do you think the next thing in the docket is?
Oh boy. I have.
What are your upcoming projects? What are your upcoming ideas?
I still do want to take my first book, Father's Blood, and I want to pull it. I want to redo it and build a series for it. Because I was intended to be a series originally, but then life. And I have one more book in my Sin City Sanguine series that needs to finish out that quartet. And I don't know. And let's see, I've got my board here. I have an idea for a psych thriller in my head, and I also kind of think that the world of Finnegan Blot would also make a pretty fucking cool TTRPG. So I don't know. Maybe I do that.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Tex versus wizards. Who will win?
Yeah, good question. Be a fun little like one like small RPG, like the light ones.
Yeah. Because in Zodiac, you don't like the only thing you choose really. What informs your character build is your sun sign and your moon sign. So yeah, but like with the Finnegan Blot, you could do wizard, you could do tech, you could do vulture, you could do even like subclasses in the wizard. You could be a coin area wizard, you could be a noble wizard. Yeah, so like there's a lot more. And then like for techs, could you be a blacksmith? Could you be a tinkerer? Could you be,
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I do them big.
Yeah, but I mean, it pays off.
Yes, I
So,
hope so. I hope so anyway.
and I mean, at least even if it doesn't pay off in the way that you expect, it pays off. It gets
Yes,
all those ideas out of the head onto paper, and that can be cathartic
relief.
and
Yeah.
relaxing. Yeah,
Yeah, I will say
there's a
that.
lot of stuff that goes up here that never makes it on a piece of paper, and that sometimes that's the shame.
Honestly, the entire Sin City Sanguine series was written because I was pissed off.
Wow.
And heartbroken and pissed off again. And yeah,
Yeah.
I got 3 books
See
out of it.
that friend of mine who writes a lot of poetry, she states, you don't need AI. You just need to go back to the way it was when you were
Yeah,
heartbroken and
yeah,
destroyed.
which is
Or
fine.
as Fiend said, roll for spite. Yeah.
Roll for spite.
Yeah. Roll for spite.
It's true though, you have all those emotions wrung out of you. It's some of the best fucking work you've ever seen. Out of yourself,
Yeah. Yeah. Not only is it best work you've seen, but it's the opportunity for you to um, understand those emotions.
Yes.
I think one of the things we don't realize is that writing doesn't always have to go to somebody, but it needs to get out, because by getting it out, you are able to dilute or divulge, understand, and comprehend what you're
Yep.
dealing with.
Agree.
It's a type of therapy, and it's
Yeah.
fantastic. And if you can utilize it in a way that can be helpful for somebody else, then why not?
Exactly. That's why I love Zodiac and the whole like face your dark side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shove it in your face.
And I'm going to shove it right here. Well, I look forward to seeing more of Zodiac. Maybe I'll come and play if I get a chance.
I think you should.
Time is
Time
not
is
very.
it's not
Yeah,
friendly, is it?
It's not friendly.
It's not nice.
We have a lot going on here, anyways, and then I have a lot of stuff outside of the TTRPG space, and people like to, say, "Hey, come to this convention and that convention," and that's why I'm at
Yeah.
9 of them this year.
Yeah. Aren't you gonna come to this con or that con? I really want to go to PAX Ost next year.
I'm not going that far.
I really want to. I don't know how it's gonna shake out. I wanted to go this year, but that was
I'll be at PAX Logged. I'm not going to PAX Ost until
That'd be nice.
me to go to PAX Ost. I'm not doing that one. That's a long way away. That's a long distance. I say never.
Yeah,
Who
you
knows?
never know.
Could happen. I have some Australian friends. They'd be psyched to have me down
Right?
there
Hell
to
yeah.
party for a week.
Ow.
Um,
But I will only go if Sam goes because I will not
But-
make that flight by myself. Not doing it.
I've done the farthest. Well, I mean, I've technically done both sides of the world, so it doesn't make.
Ooh.
I did Thailand last year. I've done South Korea, I've done
Nice.
Japan, done Europe.
No, Peru will be my first.
Most of it was
Oh.
military, so it
Yeah.
wasn't the greatest flights, but
You did do, yeah,
I
like
did
you
it.
did go there. So. Tell me, brother.
Did do it.
But yeah, no, Peru will be my first time
So-
off of North America. Yeah.
Oh wow,
I'm scared.
exciting! Nah, you'll be fine. It's gonna be a good time, and you're gonna do it,
Yes.
and then you're gonna get the
Again,
travel bug, and then you're
I
gonna
haven't
want to
been
fly
anywhere
everywhere.
since my best
Yeah.
friend and I took a cruise together in the winter of 22. So that's what, 4 years ago now? Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. We just got back from Thailand last year. This year's been kind of a stateside travel mission,
Sure.
but most of it's because of TTRPGs. Not gonna lie. Yeah, this will be. I'm at 6 right now, and I've got 3 more to do for the year. Yeah, got Game Hole here in a couple months, and actually no. Oh god, I have 4 this year still.
Oopsie.
So I have 2 local.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have 2
yeah.
local, so that's the difference. I've got one here in Williamsburg in September, then Gamehole Con, then our local one down in Norfolk, and then PAX
Are you
Unplugged
going to Gary Con
in
too?
December. And
Yeah, okay.
I go every year. Yep.
That's another one I want to go to next year.
That was last year.
Like
That'll be this year.
Yeah, this year was the
That's
year
a
that
lot
I
of
was gonna
fun.
get into a lot of cons that didn't shake out because cancer. But
Yeah. Well, and the price.
No.
I mean, cons are not cheap.
But that doesn't
They're not.
bother me anymore.
Even
since
if you
my new job, I'm making more money than I was a lot. So there's good.
There you go.
But
yeah.
But the downside is like.
So yeah, hopefully
you only have so
we
much
get
PTO
to
use.
Yeah. I negotiated for that more than I did money this year. I was like, no.
Let me go.
I need more time. And then I think I'm even gonna max out mine this year, and then I'm gonna have to be like, hey, so I'm gonna take a couple of days of no money because I don't want to be here.
Same.
So yeah, but if you're part of the convention scene, you will see me at Page, Genghis, Gary, Origins, Gen Con, Gamehole, PAX Unplugged. And somebody's going to call me next year and go, hey, do you want to go to this one? And I'm going to tell them,
just
yes.
already know.
I'm going to add another one to the list. Well, that's what happened this year with two of them, because I wasn't supposed to go to Origins this year, and I wasn't supposed to go to Gamehole Con this year. Both of those got picked up. One, I had a Game Master friend of mine who was like, hey, we lost 2 Game Masters. We need somebody to come out to run like 4 games. Would you be willing to do it? And I was like, do I have a badge? And like, yeah, you have a badge in a hotel. I'm like,
yeah,
that I can do. It's like, all I can do is fly. That's like a $200 flight. I'm good. I can do $200. Gamehole Con, I'm doing the same thing pretty much. I'm running their Wardens of the Eastern March, which is their version of Adventure League. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to be playing a bunch of games. I think I'm playing 6 games at that one, but it's a free hotel room.
Can't
so I'm like, you know what? I can't sneeze at that. So, but yeah. Any last things you want to share with the audience before we sign off tonight?
Group, get in my game. Let's have some fun and tell stories and things. That's all.
Yeah.
Drop
your stuff one last time in there. Also, real quick, I am going to drop this one more time because this is our wonderful sponsor. If you missed it earlier tonight, go check out Crawl Club Publishing. They have a bunch of cool stuff, mostly designed for Shadow Dark, and this is the newest one right here. It's fantastic.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So
is that art?
It was really neat. And all their artists are actual artists. There's no AI being used whatsoever.
AI sucks.
We're gonna keep that thing.
Down with the slop.
Yes. Down with the slop. Excellent. Thank you for those that are hanging out, that lurked tonight, and that hung out, asked questions. It's great to have you guys all here. If you have a glass next to you, please raise it high. This is the last call here on Tavern Talks. We will see you guys all next week. Don't forget, this week's schedule currently is going to be Beaker's Garage tomorrow, where I think he's going to continue to finalize up Subnautica 2. Maybe he's going to play a different game. I don't know. I haven't heard any updates on that. And then after that, we're back in Icewind Dale on Monday for our next episode of our cosplay-driven rendition of Rime of the Frost Maiden, Dress to Quest, and then back here on Wednesday night for our next wonderful guest. Keep tuned for all the social media, all the socials. Also, we're going to start dropping monthly ahead of time our guests that are coming in that month, and that way we can hopefully get some more excitement for those that are coming in to get those questions and answers that you've always wanted. Anyway, thank you all for coming to hang out with us. We'll see you guys all next time here on Tavern Talk.